exciting year ahead of us as we begin 2023 with great strides. And we continue to celebrate the greatness of Filipinos who carved out names for themselves on the global stage. In this episode, let's also wonder about the City of Wonders, Dubai.
Kapag nahuli ka, huwag mo akong babanggitin.
Mapipilitang sumunod na mabigat ang konsensya.
Rolando! Huwag kang gagalaw!
At kumpirmadong executive naman ng
Si Rolando yun,
ay makikita ang matagumpay
Ano
na
ba nangyayari sa Vitalia?
At pamilya niya ang magdurusa.
Kaya buksan mo ang pinto!
Two sisters.
Panalo tayo pag together, walang talo pag together, let's get together sa Net 25.
Nakita ko lahat ng nangyari.
Anong ibig mong sabihin?
Nasa ospital ako nang mangyari yan.
Sa panahon na nagbabayad ang mga may kasalanan.
Bitiwan niyo ako!
Kahit pa makalaya ka, sisiguraduhin kong hindi magiging normal ang buhay mo kailanman.
Muli bang may inosenteng madatamay? Fatal Promise.
Panalo tayo pag together, walang talo pag together, let's get together sa Net 25.
Nakita ko lahat ng nangyari.
The Museum of the Future is now one of Dubai's most famous landmarks, and its striking exterior is in Arabic calligraphy, and the words are from the ruler of Dubai, and one of the writings there says, "The future belongs to those who can imagine it, design it, and execute it. It is not something that you await, but create." Open for Business is back, and we are here in Dubai, and with me is the executive chef of Febi's restaurant, Miss Feby Bagisa. How are you, Miss Feby?
I'm very good po.
We were discussing a while ago of the years that you have been working here, and you said you started 2008.
2008 po.
2008.
Yes.
How was your experience working here in Dubai for 13 or 14 years?
It was very good po. I started working in retail. I become a marketing executive later on. Then I become an account executive for advertising. Then I jumped into F&B, where I become an office manager / hygiene manager. And together with my passion, which is cooking, doon ko naisip na I can put up a restaurant pala.
So, ang dami mo rin palang daan. Kasi
Yes.
if you're account executive, you're dealing with clients,
Yes.
you're dealing with sales, you're dealing
Yes
with
po.
numbers, and there's a lot of customer service.
Yes.
So, in your dealings with the people here in Dubai, who were your clients? Are they also Filipinos? Are they...
Different nationalities po talaga. Yeah.
So, how do you describe the customers in Dubai? Alam ko, pinag-uusapan namin, galing kami sa Dubai Mall kasi puro branded, di ba? Parang
Yes, they
alala-
love shopping.
They love shopping here. They love signature brands.
Yeah.
Can you describe
the typical Dubai custom? Based on your experience, how do you describe them?
Brands matter to them talaga. Bling-bling people, all the high-ends, you'll find it here. And sa atin, kumbaga, hindi lahat pupunta dito. Parang it's just very normal for them to come and shop. Ganun lang po, yes.
Really?
Very fashionable yung mga tao dito.
Why is that so, Chef? Is it because kasi we see that it's a melting pot of cultures, and parang this is really one of the world's most important hubs in terms of commerce and industry. Bakit kaya? Is it where is that influence coming from?
Mainly po kasi nga, since iba-iba na yung pumupunta, yung cultures na adapt ng mga locals. So, pag makita nila how, Europeans, Americans, Chinese people, lahat po talaga kasi dito eh. So, talagang na-adapt na nila yung sa pananamit. So, yun po, hanggang kaya mabilis yung progress dito eh. Very progressive ang Dubai talagang. Ang bilis ng adaptation from the time that I came here. Dati walang metro, ngayon talagang very na. So, from lalo na sa technologies, lalo na po sa shopping, this is really a shopping destination. So, can you imagine? Anong wala dito? Lahat makikita mo sa mall.
Are people moneyed here? Where is the money coming from? I know that, siyempre, some of the multinationals have established their businesses here.
Yes.
Do people here in Dubai have lots of money, and where are they putting them? Meaning, in different countries, there are various industries where they're good at. Dito ba sa Dubai, ganun din ba? O parang sa larangan ng ekonomiya, dito lang talaga nila nilalagay din yung pera nila? Sa palagay mo, based on your account management
sa
experience?
akin naman po talaga, napakarami po yung pumupunta dito para mag-business talaga. Napakarami, even Filipinos, napakarami pong entrepreneurs na dito. So, ibang lahi talaga pong nagpuput up sila ng businesses dito. Kasi nga, everyday yung footfall na dumadating dito sa Dubai. Can you imagine gaano karaming tourists? So, retail is one of the successful business dito sa UAE. So, tas yan, mga restaurants, of course, kasi when they shop, they eat.
We know that you have a restaurant, and not all Filipinos naman are able to establish their own businesses in different parts of the world. So somehow, although you're saying that there's a lot of entrepreneurs, diba? But putting up or doing business in Dubai, how easy or how hard is it? I just have to make a backgrounder ha. Kasi diba dun sa Pilipinas, kailangan pang isa batas yung making business easy in the Philippines. Parang doing it easier. And kailangan pang isa batas yun. And when you have that law, from the many processes, they have to create a law to ensure na kailangan yung number of steps from, let's say, from 100 dati, yun, kumbaga parang paliit na ng paliit. Here in Dubai, what are the steps in doing business? And is it easy putting up one as well?
Number one, naniniwala po ako, walang madaling bagay. Talagang everything you really have to do it the hard way. Talaga pong mahirap, napakahirap pa, maraming proseso, marami kang talagang kailangan, especially food is very complex. You have the food authority, there are different sectors here na para makapag-operate ka. You really have to comply. So it's really not easy. Pero yun po talagang gusto ko yung po yung sa akin, nag-push na masakatuparan ko po ito. Kasi gusto ko makapagbigay talaga sa mga Pilipino ng disenteng kainan na talaga pong masasabi nilang may Pinoy pride, may authenticity. Hindi po yung, the problem po kasi is, okay, you have passion, pero you really have to study before you put up a business. Para there's no point na you will fail. So, talaga pong pinag-aralan ko siya. I really try to meet with all the consultants kasi every figure matters. Para wala po akong point doon na ma-neglect. Tapos yun yung magkaroon ka ng small hole para bumagsak ka. So yun po yung talagang ginawa ko. Talaga pong 12 years in the making ito.
Sabi mo mahirap, parang in a short discussion.
Kailangan, for small businesses po, no, for small restaurants, you should at least have 500,000 dirham to put up.
Wow. So talagang you have that much capital.
With me, no. I have the talent but I don't have that much money. Ang ginawa ko po dito, slowly and surely lang. Nag-start kami, this is really empty. Tapos ito lang po yung binuksan ko. So, ang ginagawa ko po, every time na kumikita, that's the time I try to fix the restaurant. Kasi of course, madami po mag-offer sa'yo because I really have the traction already, no? Pero kasi, this becomes my baby. Pangarap mo to di ba? You don't want anyone na parang ikaw yung naghirap, tapos suddenly, na tayo, 50-50 na, no? Ang hirap po niyang ilagay into words, pero hindi mo siya basta i-let go. Mas maganda po na paghirapan. Yun po yung ginawa ko. Slowly but surely, pag nakikita ko every week, papagawa ko yung kabila, lahat nakikita ko na naman, bibili ako ng kailangan. So, nakapag-stand alone po kami dito, tapos yung some of my friends, sila lang po yung tumulong sa akin. Kasi sabi nila, what are you waiting for? Sobrang talagang sarap mo magluto. Pero ayaw mo magkaroon ng restaurant. Sabi niya, no, you have to do it now or never. Sabi niya, parang, we will give you the money, bayaran mo kami just with the profit. Pero hindi sila nag-shared equity. Talagang para ka lang pinaloan.
Wow.
So,
sometimes parang they're the true friends talaga, no?
Not everyone will be like that po talaga. So, I'm very lucky to have friends na nag-support po talaga sa akin dito to make this possible.
So, assuming you
And my mom. Actually, my mom is the number one po talaga. Kasi yes, OFW po siya, nasa Italy din. So, ang sabi ko lang sa kanya, you help me chase my dreams kasi nanay kita walang unang magtitiwala kundi ikaw. Pag pinagkatiwalaan mo ako and you believe in me, everything will follow. Tapos sabi niya, of course, I really believe in your talent. You have to do it, push, go. Tapos yun, monthly po kung ano yung naiipon namin, tinda, tapos siya doon, every month po siyang tumulong. Hanggang sa halos patapos naman na po kami dito.
Wow. Magsisimula pa lang tayo, parang ako na maiiyak nito. Okay, Miss Chef, in the Philippines, diba, there are foreign restrictions in terms of ownership. Paano ba dito? Parang like, say, in your case, parang...
Trade license po. You'll apply for trade license. Then, sa'yo po ito, you have to renew it every year.
So,
ganun
it's as
po.
easy as that. Parang you don't have to, parang in business, you don't have to, you can own it wholly.
Before po, you should have local partners, pero tinanggal na po nila yun to make it easier for, I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years ago.
Wow.
Mga ganyan po.
So
Tinanggal
they opened
yes.
up talaga.
At saka ang Dubai po talaga, ang UAE po talaga actually is, very helpful when it comes sa mga investors. Talagang, syempre, they want everything to be possible here. So, slowly, dine-develop nila lahat ang rules, ang procedures, ang process. They try to make it easy also. And much affordable para sa mga newbie na gusto talaga makapag-start up dito ng business.
Now, let's talk about home. So, siyempre, you are a Filipina, you love Filipino food, you have that passion of cooking, creating something. But why did you focus on the Filipino cuisine?
Ang concept ko po talaga dito is yung madala ko talaga yung lutong bahay. Yung tipong pag kumain ka dito, mamimiss mo yung mami mo, mamimiss mo yung luto ng lola mo. Yung walang drama, yung may authenticity na ito talaga, ay ganito talaga yung pagkain pag umuwi ka, nagbakasyon ka sa Pinas. Yun po yung pagkakaiba kasi Ang gusto ko po kasi dito, kasi since OFW kami, no, lahat dito sa Dubai. So, ang dami mong pagkain na namimiss. Di ba? At hindi naman po lahat makaka-uwi yearly.
Yes.
So, ang naisip ko po talaga is, bakit hindi ko sila lutuan ng yung talagang typical na luto ng isang ina. Since I'm a mother of 3 po, kung ano po talaga yung niluluto ko sa bahay, walang drama, walang dagdag, walang masyadong yun po yung nilagay ko lang siya sa palayok. Pero yung makakatingin ka ng happiness, ng comfort sa pagkain. Wow. Yun po yung mahalaga kasi sa sobrang pagod na ng mga tao na magtrabaho, you need comfort food. Yun po yung importante na meron kang alam na kakainan na ay hindi to Instagrammable lang. Pero mararamdaman mo yung umuwi ka ng Pinas.
And that's harder to do, ha?
Yes, actually po, kaya po hands-on talaga ako kasi ako po talagang lahat ng since we're just starting up, gusto ko po talaga kasi nagluluto na po ako dati, no, take away orders lang. So, yun yung gusto ko na ma-maintain na talagang kung ano yung nakasanayan na nila, hindi na bago. Kung nagbabago man po, mas sumasarap.
But Chef Feli, the Philippines, di ba, is archipelagic. So, I'm sure there's a lot of Filipinos here coming from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Ano yun? Inaral mo yung iba-ibang mga cuisines. I know that, based on some research, you're from Batangas,
yes,
di ba?
Po.
Pero, paano yun? Kunyari, ako Bisaya ako, kaya taga Mindanao ako, Lanao ako.
Siguro yun po yung binigay talaga sa aking God-given talent. Na kapag natikman ko po yung pagkain nila, nagagawa ko po siyang ulitin on my may ganun po ako. Na kapag natikman ko, I cook hansi, humba, yung mga ganun po. So, it doesn't matter kasi naman talaga dapat maging diverse ka. So, lahat po, mga Kapampangan food, Ilocano, mga Igado, ganyan, nagluluto po kami.
So, the Filipino community can come here and they can request.
Yes.
Yung ganito namin.
Yes.
Ito yung specialty.
Yes.
Di ba lalo na ang Pinoy, gusto natin lagi sa salo-salo, may birthdays,
Totoo
may
po.
handaan, kasalan.
Yun po yung dinadayo nila sa akin dito. Kasi sabi nila, ito lang yung nakainan namin na, example, weekends po, buffet. Some of the buffet po kasi parang ang dami-dami pero ay hindi naman lahat masarap.
Yes.
Sabi nila, dito wala kang tapon. From puto kutsinta hanggang dulo, ikaw na yung mag-struggle mamili ngayon kung saan yung babalikan mo. Even the simpleng pansit is masarap. Iba po yung pakiramdam pag sinasabi nilang, ang sarap-sarap mo magluto. Ano po siya? Rewarding. Po talaga. Rewarding talaga yung mga tao dito. Yung tipong bago sila umuwi, hahanapin pa nila ako kasi magte-thank you lang. Kasi ang sarap na galing pa sila sa ibang state dito. Kasi meron iba-iba po dito.
Yeah.
Dubai, UAE, Fujairah. Even from Fujairah, people are coming here just to taste the food.
Wow.
Tapos talaga,
far na. Talagang day
too
before.
far po.
I see. Interesting.
So, talaga pong sabi nila, hindi sila nagkamali na talagang pumunta pa dito para matikman yung pagkain.
With the administration's focus on inviting investors, actually, our president is the #1 salesman now. He go everywhere he goes. He, as you mentioned, he just came from Cambodia, Thailand, and I think he's going to Europe also. And he's been promoting the Philippines to investors. Are you also expecting the president to eventually visit here? And if not, or if there are opportunities in the future, what could be the competitive advantage of Filipinos that he may promote here in UAE?
Early this year, we signed the agreement on promotion and protection of investments, the UAE and the Philippines.
Wow.
So that's one significant development as far as, we think that this, of course, would help in UAE investors coming to the Philippines and set up businesses. So another thing is that there's one particular area that the UAE is very keen on, and that's food security, and that's something our country can help them with, right? Whether it's food production or fresh cultivation of crops. So that's one thing they can explore, but also the IT. That's one sector that they can consider, and I'm sure they're already looking at, as well as tourism as well. And as to whether, of course, we would love if the president could visit. I'm sure the president of this country and would also love to see that happen.
Yes, there are correspondents po who can cover. So anytime po you need us to cover anything here in Dubai, we have a lot of correspondents here, stationed here. Maraming nabalita sa kahirapan ng pagkuha ng OAC ng mga Pilipinong gustong magbakasyon sa Pilipinas. For the benefit of our expat viewers who are watching this or may have or relatives who have relatives, is there an improvement in that situation now? Would you tell us briefly about it?
Earlier this year, for about maybe a month or maybe 2 months, there was a big surge of Filipinos working here who are trying to get that OEC so they could go for a vacation and then come back here without any problem. But that has been resolved now. That was the case for about 2 months, but we did try. We have introduced measures. It's the Philippine Overseas Labor Office who is actually handling this, but we work together, and we try to manage that situation as fast as we could, and now it's it's back to normal. It's not that difficult anymore. I think they have started using online application submission of requirements online, so they don't have to queue just to avail of that service. So now it's a lot easier, thanks to, of course, cooperation of the government agencies here, the Philippine government agencies here, and also the host government. So that's been resolved now. I think most of the Filipinos who you would encounter now here in Dubai could attest to that.
And that's great news po. Sir, ano po yung mensahe ninyo sa media, halimbawa sa Net25, na ang hangarin po ay pumunta sa Dubai, magbigay ng kaligayahan din sa mga kapwa Pilipino para makapagbigay din kami ng kakarampot na kasayahan, dahil alam po namin na not all Filipinos can have that luxury to go back to their homes, but it is Net25 that brings entertainment, the love and the caring. That's why the theme, sir, is Let's Net Together, because we want families also to enjoy and have fun and they have that spirit of family. So ano po yung mga mensahe ninyo sa Net25 at sa iba pang mga communities po na tumutulong din para magbigay ng kaligayahan po sa ating mga kababayan sa Dubai?
We're very glad that Net25 has brought these stars to Dubai. I'm sure like you said, a lot of Filipinos are hungry to see live entertainment. Ma-experience nila yung masayang buhay. I'm confident that you'll have a great show.
We're very happy that Net25 is nag-reach out kayo because importante yun, no? Kasi dapat palakasin natin dito ang mga movies na kung ano mang ilalabas ninyo. Kasi kami ng mga organization, grupo dito sa Dubai, gumagawa kami ng mga activities, cultural, social, entertainment, concert para sa mga kabayan. Kasi alam naman natin, nasisick ka, na homesick, no? Tapos pag may off, gustong mag-enjoy. So, hindi katulad sa atin sa Pilipinas na talagang parating always TV tayo at radio, no? Meron naman dito but hindi ganun kalakas, no? So we are grateful na nag-reach out kayo, and then we're hoping through your palabas, no, sa Net25 is like you will strengthen at mapa-enjoy nyo din ang mga kabayan natin dito sa UAE.
Marami kaming mga members na talaga naghahanap ng something na hindi masasayang ang oras. Kaya we are trying to reach out everyone. Not only in Dubai, we have in Northern Emirates. And of course, dahil sa sobrang support din ng ating representatives ng government.
What I like about what you're doing right now kasi is, ito yung palagi sinasabi dahil ako personally, I have a podcast that teaches about financial literacy and entrepreneurship for overseas Filipinos. And this is something that I think is lacking is awareness. And it's good na nandito kayo kasi with your help, you can promote entrepreneurship. Na you can tell people that there are a growing number of Filipinos who are building their businesses.
The Philippine Consulate General here in Dubai are here to support you, and if you need any help, we have our Facebook page, of course, and all our numbers are there. Feel free to contact us by WhatsApp or email. So, and yun na nga, alam ko na ginagawa niyo naman yung maganda para sa sarili niyo, sa pamilya niyo, at para sa bansa natin. So, just keep it up, and sana maging masaya at maayos ang pagtatrabaho natin lahat dito sa Dubai at sa UAE.
This program is presented by Pure Gold. Sa Pure Gold, always mura, always kompleto, always may promo, always panalo.
At the horizon, here at the Kite Beach, is the Burj Al Arab. It is a stunning world-famous landmark and considered to be one of the most photographed areas here in Dubai. For business is here, the Business Bay in Dubai. And with me is Art Eustaquio, the managing partner of Accountability. How are you, Art?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Thank you for accommodating us here.
I'm very happy to have you here.
Yes, that's great. And we are very excited because with our stay here in Dubai, talking with a lot of businessmen, we've noticed that there's a lot of Filipino leaders. The Filipino community are setting up their own businesses. We have different personalities who made it already, but with my discussion with the Consul General, there's more, and there's a lot of Filipinos. And it's good to know that your company helping set up businesses here in Dubai. So why that kind of business, or why that expertise?
I saw that after coming in from the accounting and the finance area of my corporate life, I found that this is a need that people desperately needed when they are looking to set up their businesses. they were looking for a good economic solution for their accounting work and bookkeeping work, and I was very happy to provide it. So I simply saw the need, and I had the service that I could provide to fill and help us both.
Back in the Philippines, the business process outsourcing is really contributing a lot, because of our very young labor force, and I think there was a time that it was the saving grace of the economy as well. Is that also the reason why you are setting up, giving the help to these businesses so that their accounting, bookkeeping, is already handled by your team, or what advice or services are you offering them?
Part of our model is, yes, we outsource the back office accounting and bookkeeping work to different areas. So I have a large team in the Philippines that does the actual entries and posting everything, and a lot of the admin work is done there. I also have a team in Africa, and I also have a team in India that we can scale depending on the demand. But yes, it helps the people. We have people in the Philippines calling me, contacting me, saying, "Hey, we need some extra income," and when we have the opportunity, yes, here we give it as much as possible to help everyone. So it helps them because it's extra income, and us also. It's on our end. It's a cost-saving economic solution. That way, we are also able to provide something affordable to our clients here. So the benefit trickles to the client.
Knowing Dubai, understanding it, it's really one of the most progressive, iconic cities in the world. And in terms of business, commerce, this is one of the centers where people, talk about. And here you are, you have your business here. How did you start it? I'm sure you've been here in Dubai, working here in Dubai for years. Can you describe your journey, Art?
Yes, certainly. So I've been here for about 12 years now, but I started in Zamboanga. There was an opportunity for me to work with Balikatan. Back when was that? Too long ago.
Balikatan is the exercise with the US and the Philippines. Okay.
Yeah. My company was a US company. I got hired in the business office, and I worked for about 5 years, I think, there. And then my boss, who was an American, he got assigned to Iraq. So when he relocated, he contacted me, "Hey, I need a good person in the finance team. Are you interested to come over?" So I saw the opportunity. I thought it would open up more doors, so I took it. So I worked actually in 1 year in Iraq during the war.
Really? Really?
Yeah, so that was an interesting
Not on the fighting or the field, but it's...
In the base, but it still got exciting sometimes, with incidents. But our head office was based here in Dubai. So after 1 year, I got tired of the excitement. Again, there was an opportunity. They said, "Are you willing to come and work in the corporate?" I said, "Sure." So I came over, and that's where I ended up. That's how I ended up moving to Dubai.
That's interesting because with Balikatan, you talk about strategy, and here you are. You're also talking about business strategy. What were maybe the key takeaways from the Balikatan exercises and maybe from the US partners that you think were very relevant to what you're doing now?
Well, I think that one of the things that I really learned working with the Americans there, because a lot of them have been working in many different parts of the world, right? Working with many different cultures, and the demands of the different projects that they engage in are varying and wide. They told me, and I could see it firsthand when I moved to Dubai and I came here, that basically everybody needs and are looking for the same thing. They all want the same thing.
And what's that?
Stability, to be able to provide for their family, to grow and prosper, to be safe. We don't want to worry about instability.
Yes. And a lot of businesses, they want that consistency
Yes.
and stability.
Exactly.
You also cater to the different countries, different nationalities. So, in terms of setting up businesses here in Dubai, what are the key differentiation? What are the challenges, and how are you advising, giving consultancy to these businesses who will set up? I know that I'm sure there's different rules for different countries, but who are your target markets? Are you focusing on specific countries and nationalities, or everybody who wants to just set up their business here, you are the company to go?
We do not target anyone in particular. What we look for is somebody who needs help in setting up their business, or to get their business that has already been set up growing.
So pwedeng yung tutulungan nyo yung from zero. Kunyari, parang sasabihin lang niya, I have money, I have this X amount, I want to establish business there. Yun, pwedeng from zero.
We can, yes.
Okay.
From zero we do. We can help them out. And other companies that have been operating for a year or two, and they say, hey, my books are in a mess, please fix, or we're looking to expand. We need help in preparing our financials to make a pitch to potential investors, or to secure loans with the banks. We can help with the pitch as well. We can help approach banking facilities to help them at least guide in how they make their presentations, and all sorts of ways. But most of our clients are really the startups.
Back in the Philippines, talagang sinasabi natin about 99.5%, more than 99% are MSMEs. So dito ba, especially those in Dubai, because I've spoken with a lot of leaders of the Filipino community as well, aside from the global icons, Filipino fashion designers that we know, there's a wealth daw of Filipino entrepreneurs also who are putting up businesses. Are they your market? And my follow-up question there is, kunyari, from zero, can you give me a walkthrough of the process? I know there's maybe a lot of processes, but give me the short version of the process.
I meet a lot of Filipinos who are business-minded, entrepreneurial-minded. They do come to us, and we try to approach them to see how we can help. The thing is, most of them, they're proactive. So by the time they talk to me, they already have something going. Yes,
okay.
But what we do is we have groups and communities that get together to see how we can help each other. Like if they need advice, or they need to get connected with certain people, we do this. We help each other in that way. Of course, I do have clients, Filipino clients, who ask for our services, and we're very happy to provide it as well. But in general, this is how the Filipino community, we try to support each other.
In the Philippines, we have this ease of doing business, di ba? So dito ba sa Dubai, madali lang mag-set up ng business din?
I would say, in general, yes. Of course, like in any jurisdiction, there are going to be a few challenges. But in general, there are many, the government services are available and very accessible. Aside from the offices, they have different kiosks all over the city that you can go and approach. You get the services that you need done. There are many professionals like myself and my wife's company that provide directly these type of services to startups that make the journey easier. So I would say yes. Even if you do have a challenge, there are people here who can help.
In any iconic or progressive city, diba, parang we always talk about the cost of living, diba? So like, if the cost of living is high, the cost of doing business is also high. How do you describe the cost of living here?
It can get expensive. Real estate, right now the demand is going up, so rates are going up. I think that if you play it smart, you can find solutions that will help you.
For some, when they play smart, especially for the millennials with us, they collab. So ganun ba? Parang when you say collaboration, is that also a way of, how do you describe playing smart?
Possibly collaboration is an option, but things like finding ways to keep your capital requirements down. You don't need to set up a viable business. In order to set up a viable business, it doesn't have to be capital intensive. You don't need to buy equipment, or
office, ganyan.
Offices. So you can start up by perhaps renting a co-working space for, you know, if you're just providing services, or if you're moving products, then you can start by taking a co-sharing space to keep your overhead down, and then outsource a logistics provider to handle the movement and storage of your goods. Things like that. Go into services, because that obviously has a lower capital requirement. Yeah, there's always an option.
And that is what you guys are paying for when you get his services. So how to lower down the cost. Now, we know also that the culture here is different. So what is your advice to startups, businesses, or other foreign nationals? What is that culture of the UAE or Dubai that must be considered in doing business here?
Working and doing business in Dubai and living in Dubai, I see it's a friendly place, and society is open and tolerant. And I think this is the main value, that the prevailing value here in Dubai: tolerance and respect. Because yes, we have differences between cultures and between different individuals. Obviously, we will have differences, but tolerance and respect is the main thing. So even if you have, like in our office, we have Christians, Muslims, Hindus. We all respect each other. We all work well with each other, as long as we recognize that yes, we have differences, and I respect you for it. That's it. With regards to doing business, people. I think this is like, because every time you get together with a group of people socially or in a business meeting, most likely, chances 99% of the time, it's multicultural. So you will get used to being very direct with how you conduct business, going straight to the point, and sometimes you'll have surprises that you don't expect with how other people see things. But I find these like, it's not so much negative. It's more of a learning experience. It opens your eyes, it opens your horizons, it widens your experience. So I think it's a good thing.
What is it, Michael, that you did that finally a Filipino like you was recognized as a designer and not a tailor? Was it a client, or was it something that you designed for a specific person, or was it a runway? Was it a show? I'm sure there's that point where eventually they say, wow.
I realized that fashion is supposed to be borderless. You don't appreciate the work of a person because of his nationality. Because, in Dubai, their mind is when it's European made. So it's something like Filipinos also. When it's imported, we don't care to spend a lot of money for a certain dress. So I think you just have to prove that you create beautiful things, they will appreciate it, they will buy it, and that's the time you create also your own brand.
Wow, interesting. I just have to read this, Michael. It says, most designers started from local ateliers, the ateliers. They dress up Arab women from GCC or the Gulf Cooperation Council and Levant, Lebanon, Jordan, and Syria, and wealthy Indians and Pakistanis. The dresses or gowns are lavish kinds, sparkling, shimmering, splendid. To compare, what is a wedding dress to most of us is a normal evening dress for many rich Arabs in bold colors, of course. Is this something that you also observe? And it also says here, that is why you'll find works outlandish, making a bold statement is a norm. What's your take on that?
The Arab culture is more on opulence. They love opulent things. They love expensive things. They love a lot of blings. So the more the bling, the more the expensive the dress.
Wow.
Yeah, so they love this kind of dresses. So it's part of their culture, not just the Arab, but I think also the Middle Eastern, the Arab region, and also the Indian. It's the same also. They like this kind of opulent dresses, which is good in our part because if they like more work in it, the more expensive the dress.
What are your sources of innovation? How do you adapt one specific design to a specific country or region?
Well, I travel a lot, and I get inspirations from most of my travels, and I get inspiration from different culture. So it depends on the clients. Like I have so many Russian clients, and their culture also in Russia is very opulent. They love lavish and expensive dresses. And the Indian market also is one of the biggest markets that I have in Dubai. And they love also all this kind of, the most important thing in my brand is I specialize more on weddings. And they spend so much money to celebrate their wedding events. So sometimes they celebrate 5 days for the wedding, so they order a lot of dresses just for the wedding.
Have you felt that as well, wherein when you broke the market and in the different countries, and when you came back here in the Philippines, wow, you're now the Lea Salonga of fashion, like the one in Broadway.
It is actually very flattering, but I don't put it in as a perspective in my career because I just do what's best for the business. So maybe if I dress up some famous celebrities, of course, people will appreciate that and you become known for that. But I don't think that's very important. The most important is when you create business and help people. Like I have almost 150 staff. So I have to, to help their families. So I think that's the most important thing.
In doing your designs, Michael, we can see that there's a lot of research into it as well. There's a lot of creativity and thinking and ingenuity that you do, for every piece. What is somehow very Filipino there in every piece that you do? What is it that when people see it, they can somehow sense it's a Michael Cinco?
I think the details. When you create an intricate detail, a dress with an intricate and exquisite detail, that's the very Filipino because we are very meticulous when it comes to beadwork, embroideries. So I think that's the design aesthetic that I can be proud of being Filipino.
What is it that you want to do in the future? Are there, like say for example, you have already celebrities, under your wing, Hollywood stars. Is there someone or a group that you wanted to also have this brand association with?
At the moment, I'm just focusing on my ready-to-wear line. We want to introduce it globally. We're also going to launch our perfume and jewelry line by next year. So I want to focus on this. I dress up a lot of celebrities already, and sometimes dressing up celebrities, it helps. Your sales will grow because some clients, they want to wear same like what Jennifer Lopez or Beyonce wore. So it also helps with your business. But if you want to focus on the business, I think it's better to do how to make the money than dressing up celebrities. But I'm very grateful that I dress up all those A-list Hollywood celebrities also.
What is your business strategy in growing the business? Is it more on finding the right partners, getting the good collaboration or collaborators with artists, with celebrities? What is your formula in business?
I think you just have to find your niche in the industry, in the market. What kind of design aesthetic that you want the client to buy with your clothes. So that's the most important, being a designer. I think, because the investors, they're just there to invest money on your business. But at the end of the day, you have to please the customers. One of the greatest achievements of a designer is when you create a look that everybody will know. So, like, if you see someone in the street and then you hear someone saying, like, I love this dress, that's very Michael Cinco. I think that's one of the biggest achievements for a designer.
Wow.
When you create a look that everyone will remember.
Now, based on some research, Michael, we've also heard the rise and fall of designers. What are the pitfalls that you think fashion designers or entrepreneurs like you should avoid?
I think you just have to know your niche and your market. You have to know what kind of consumers and customers is your target. And in my line of business, I'm just very lucky because I know what the Arab women want. So, because they're my market, the Arab women and also the Russian clients, the Indian women. So, I know what they want. So, I think that's the most important when you know what your customers want. And if you have big faith and confidence in God, you will be strong. And you don't worry about the pitfalls of the business. So you just have to continue believing and your business will be stable and it will keep on growing.
A lot of people feel, especially the successful ones, that when they reached a certain level, that's already the peak, that's the pinnacle. In your case, is it lonely at the top? And how do you feel that you have reached the top of the world?
You know, when you come from a very humble beginning and you have great belief in God, I think you are satisfied and happy for what God has given to you. And I don't know how does it feel to be on the top because I'm still climbing my way, going to the top.
Wow, that's a very humble statement by the icon, Mr. Michael Cinco. Open for Business. We'll be back. Stay with us. Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Super fans, magingay! Ito po si John Wilson ng inyong Davao Occidental Tigers. Kayo po ay nanonood ng Pilipinas Super League. Ito ang liga ko.
Let's get together. Sunday 25.
Occidental Tigers, for more basketball action, always tune in to Filipino Super League. Ito ang liga ko.
Let's get together. Sunday 25.
Mahilig talaga ako sa antique. Yung parang ginagawa nila ngayon.
Lutuan ng coffee.
Is this also what they use here?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello, yes? Oh, yeah. It's here. Yeah, I'm Mariel. Yeah, I'm just here in Alcid. Yes. I'm with Adrian. Okay, bye. I'll see you there. Parang Aladdin style yung mga ganito. Make your coffee with this. Patay, baka bayaran ko to ha. Hindi yan kung I believe this is lavender. If you want to make some lavender tea, Himalayan salt. This is probably turmeric. Dried lemon. Pero parang walang laman. And this one, I
You make the food tomorrow, just thing and like the
siyang
food.
like it's curry, no? Parang mix na siya for curry. And this is menthol. May kalma siya. Parang wala akong naamoy. As I am walking around, I saw again my friend here, Samir.
My darling.
Hello,
My
say
love.
hi.
Hi girls, hi friends.
I met him 2 days ago when I first visited Alcif, and he was the one who was being a stylist and giving me tips on how to pick the good.
She's the master herself.
And this is his beautiful shop. That's where he sells the beautiful clothes.
Yeah, everything belongs to her. Because she stepped into the shop, it becomes all blessed. She's the one who is everything. So some words you can trust her. These words you can't trust because she's everything. She blessed my shop.
Wow.
She's
and
every-
you blessed my soul.
Yeah, she's a real darling. She's a real darling. My love, come again. You just
Come
take a
again.
trip. You want to take a trip? You want to come later?
Yes, I will roam around and probably I will go to your
I will see them.
shop again to buy some clothes.
Sweetheart, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Take a look. She's a darling.
Bye,
Okay,
Sri.
bye.
Mga ka-PSL, ako di ay sigab dagangon ng Davao Occidental Tigers. Para sa mainit na aksyon, sa hardcourt, tutok lang sa Pilipinas Super League. Ito ang liga ko.
Let's get together. Sunday 25.
And with that, our quote of the week is from the ruler of Dubai. He said, "The world waits for no one. Those who do not learn and evolve can stumble and often fall." As we begin our journey in 2023, may we continue to strive to improve ourselves and find new ways to reinvent our businesses and personal lives. Just like what we have witnessed in Dubai, the barren desert was turned into a thriving, attractive destination to work, live, and visit. Find inspiration, create opportunities from challenges, and reinvent the wheel until we hit it right. For Open for Business, this is Cesar Vallejos. Marami pong salamat.